everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. Jaguars going up against the Ravens. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Black 58, there we go now. Blue 45, Black 58,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Field to get after that.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4 on 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches.
Playing this important game right now. What's up?
I love them because this is a group that's
I'm playing my playoff game right now. What's up?
What the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific
That's
unit.
how I play this game down for whatever.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what
I sent everybody the link to watch it and shit. So
the starters now defensively for Baltimore.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
all right, but
And to give this time to the tailback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 52-yard attempt. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Looking for the out route. It's complete to Macklin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you worked confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Flacco here on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Bortles to throw on second down. Completes it to Lee. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And they'll run it here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen in the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's Flacco. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually...
Six yards to go here on second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Flacco from midfield, eluding the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play. When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So it's been a battle of field goals here early on. I guess if this were a soccer game, it'd be 2-1, but instead here it's now 6-3.
You mean if this were a football game? Give credit to both defenses, though. When push comes to shove here early, they've held the line. And neither of these offenses have been able to break through.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Black 58, rail. Black 58, blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Left, 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 left. Green, green. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now they'll run on the draw. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Green, 39.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles surveying the field. 20. And Tammy with it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready.
On second down, here's Bortles. It's caught left side. Tammy. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Flacco looks to throw. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Flacco. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So it's okay. Well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flacco here on second down. Looking for the out route. It's complete to Macklin. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And he's got his man. That's Macklin. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now a carry here for their fullback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On second down, Flacco to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
After that run for a first down, I don't know that confidence could be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here's Flacco. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Second down, Flacco now. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. They come out here in the eye. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Grant taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Baltimore. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bortles now on 1st down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. And that pickup of a 1st down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Flacco. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it.
And look at this. It's a fake. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And they give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confident.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Here we go. Ace. Slow. Here we go now.
He's back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 4th and 4.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.